TIL The Goonies director Richard Donner was eager to return home to Hawaii after a hectic shoot with a cast of kids. He said, "I love him to pieces, but I can't stand it anymore." After shooting wrapped, Steven Spielberg put the whole cast on a plane to Hawaii to surprise Donner before he got home. I learned about this prank from the Reunited Apart YouTube video the cast did during the lockdowns, coordinated by Josh Gad. If you find that video enjoyable, then I highly recommend the later one Josh Gad did for The Lord of the Rings. I realized the other day that Richard Donner is one of my favorite directors. Superman, Lethal Weapon, The Goonies, Lady Hawk, The Omen. I don't know many filmmakers with a string of hits like him. And he seemed to have a great personality. A ton of energy. As an autistic, I would probably have to help stop myself from resorting to violence that would definitely never interact with you again. I hate surprises. This person told you exactly what they do not want and you did it anyway. Complete dick move. Crazy listening to Kehui Kwan in the video talking about him starting to act again with no awareness that he's about to win an Oscar for the role. Also just amazing seeing all the grown-up Goonies. Crazy. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. That man was going through things and he was struggling for all the phrases that meant both. Wow. What a lovely surprise, and I'd rather be dead right now. Seems like a great prank when you are coked up. In reality, and after watching that video, it is pretty awkward for everyone involved. If Spielberg really did this, it's interesting that he isn't there for the big reveal. Honestly, I tried watching this movie in the last 5 years and the kids are so obnoxious, I couldn't get through it. I can only imagine wanting to get away from them when you're shooting all day long. I highly recommend the Deep Dive channel on YouTube where Eric Voss just put out a deep analysis of the Goonies where he mentioned this little factoid. It's well worth your time if you're a fan. I completely empathize with the man, seeing as I've never been able to watch that movie for more than a few minutes due to the constant incessant yelling of children right from the get-go. Oh man, that was fun, but I'll be glad to be home and away from those kids. Open store. Uncle Richard X4. Bum rush and group hug. Kids. How are you? You know how people are surprised when they first realize Cillian Murphy was the lead in 28 Days Later? I somehow recently realized that goddamn Josh Brolin is the older brother. Are there people out there who actually enjoy being surprised? As in completely unexpected surprised, not I did better than expected or wow, that actually worked surprised? This is next level of gifting your friend's kid a drum set or the toy that sings the never-ending Mary. March. Mary had a little. Ma. Mary had a little lamb. This is next level of gifting your friend's kid a drum set or the toy that sings the never-ending Mary. March. Mary had a little. Ma. Mary had a little lamb. And also to add, aside from being a cool guy and a successful director, he was a staunch animal rights protector, rescued dogs and also helped the Goonies kids. I rewatched this movie recently after I don't know how many years. My god, it's a cacophony of kids yelling over each other in the movie. The stories of pettiness between Spielberg and Donner I've only just started hearing recently are really remarkable. Richard Donner was a legend. 4 Lethal Weapons, 2 Supermans, and a slew of commercially successful movies. I thought this was going to be a story about how the plane crashed and the Donner party ate the guy. It's so wild seeing a young Josh Brolin knowing he would become a huge movie star later in his life. Jeff Cohen acts like the guy holding Joe Pesci's head in Casino, to make sure he sees his brother. His eyes screaming help me, but at least he didn't go crazy on them, just the one shut up. Haven't watched the movie, but the NES game The Goonies had one of the best music ever. Someday that, when it happened, he screamed and flew into the air to turn back time. If anyone wants to make me one of those sick Goonies in Hawaii shirts, I won't be mad. Here is a video of the prank. It's not an excuse, you obviously have no understanding of what you're talking about. Donner, time to relax. Spielberg, I'm about to ruin this man's whole vacation. The Goonies is the reason why I like Stranger Things and IT movies so much. God, I just got hit with so much positive nostalgia. Couldn't help but smile. I used to live in Astoria. Loved it. Still haven't seen the movie. If that was me with my co-workers after I got off work fighting. He looked that they really love him. But couldn't stand them too. It was in America, so that was when the shooting recommenced. Someone just watched Eric Voss deep dive into the Goonies. Chunk was waiting at the airport with a pint of Rocky Road. No, paid for $4,000 for psychological testing out of pocket.